Netanyahu says struggle is not over, as dispute with Hamas over hostage bodies continues. Follow this channel ECOchnneltv for more updates on international news. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Thursday the country's struggle is not over, just days after Israel and Hamas agreed to a ceasefire deal that has since been blighted by a dispute over the return of deceased hostages. Earlier this week, Hamas released the 20 remaining living hostages as part of the ceasefire agreement brokered by the United States, Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey. Israel also released more than 1,700 Palestinian detainees it had been holding without charge, as well as 250 Palestinian prisoners. But in Israel, some of the relief felt in the wake of the agreement has been eclipsed by anger that Hamas so far has released only the remains of 9 of the 28 deceased hostages held in Gaza. In an address Thursday to commemorate fallen Israeli soldiers and mark the anniversary, under the Hebrew calendar, of Hamas's October 7, 2023, attack, Netanyahu vowed that Israel will achieve all the goals of this war. Speaking at Jerusalem's Mount Herzl Cemetery, Netanyahu declared, "The struggle is not over, but one thing is clear today. Anyone who raises his hand against us already knows that he will pay a very heavy price for his aggression. We are determined to complete the victory, a victory that will shape the course of our lives for many years." Hamas's military wing said Wednesday that significant efforts and special equipment are needed to recover the bodies of the remaining hostages in Gaza. In a statement, Hamas's Al-Qassam brigade said the group has abided by what was agreed upon and has handed over all the living captives in its possession and the corpses it could access. But Israel believes that Hamas knows the locations of some of the deceased hostages it claims are missing, according to 2 Israeli sources familiar with the matter. One of the sources said Israel believes that Hamas has access to at least 6 other bodies, and possibly more. The source said Israel knows that 5 of the bodies have disappeared, while there is an ongoing dispute with Hamas about several other bodies. Israel and Hamas had agreed on a mechanism for searching for the remains of bodies whose whereabouts are unknown, but that mechanism has not begun operating. The United States does not believe that Hamas is violating its commitments to the agreement by failing to produce the bodies, 2 senior U.S. advisors told CNN on Wednesday. The advisors said they received assurances from Hamas via third-party mediators that the group would do everything possible to return the remaining bodies. The U.S. is actively working through mediators to provide intelligence and logistical support to locate the remaining bodies, which in many cases could be buried under rubble and debris. Large swaths of Gaza have been flattened by Israeli bombardment, and roughly 92% of housing in Gaza has been destroyed or damaged, according to the latest United Nations